said, if you're ever feeling depressed, go for a run.
You realize that your physical health is way worse than your mental health.
So let's try it out. I got ready to go to a park nearby in the evening when I was feeling particularly sluggish and unable to do anything productive. Often, I feel a sense of anxiety to just do something, to move, do work, or even catch up on some sleep. And yet, it hurts to even think of getting anything done. Now, let's put on our mask. And here we are. I don't remember the outdoors being this pretty. I did some stretching and realized that my body became much less flexible than 5,000 years ago, or whatever the last time I stretched was. And then I started to run or jog. It felt freeing, in a way. Like I was actually doing something for once. In the past few months, even when I powered through homework and assignments at 1 a.m., it never really gave me the satisfaction of having done something because I wanted to. I did it just for the sake of doing it, so there was no fulfillment involved. Kinda like eating soggy bread just because you're hungry. Hunger is something you need to solve, but the process of using soggy bread isn't fun or that beneficial if your heart isn't in it. While running, I also saw a couple jogging together, and they looked really happy. It seemed like a regular bonding activity for them, and I felt a little lonely just trotting around in the dark like a stalker. But it's okay, because I have myself.
Oh yeah.
Soon, I felt the effects of you realize that your physical health is way worse than your mental health. After 2 to 3 rounds, I was extremely out of breath and was probably about to faint. I didn't expect myself to be so unfit and find a bit of running that challenging. Yet, somehow, it was a really enjoyable struggle. I would push myself, be in pain physically for a while, and then do it again. There was a form of peaceful liberation when forcing yourself against your own willpower. The wind rushing past your face, the world at your feet. You could literally run away from all your problems. And that was what I did. I ran and ran until all I could feel was my own body heaving and gasping for air. And this physical struggle became the strongest thing in my mind. Nothing else mattered. And when you run, nothing else matters. It's just you and the world, the ground beneath your feet. As you do your best to get as far as you can, embracing the limitations of being human. And I realized how wonderful my surroundings were.
Oh yeah.
The way leaves and plants seem to turn black at night, but the sky remains a deep, intense blue.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is my favorite shade of blue in the sky.
Oh yeah.
It just feels so concentrated and strong. Like you can lose yourself in how blue the sky is, while it envelopes you warmly in its entirety.
That's a nice fish.
And perhaps it was all the exercise that got the blood in my brain
Alright.
flowing. Because on my way back, I started to notice shapes and textures that I never found myself appreciating before.
Woo, that's a nice fish.
So I went ahead and showed some love to nature by hugging a tree. And although at this point, I was starting
that's
to
a
get
nice
super
fish.
sweaty and possibly really stinky, I wanted to hang around more,
Man, this is great.
walk around more,
I'm loving this.
do something more.
This is awesome.
So I did,
It's a good day for me.
until the sky decided that it was time to rest as well.
Come on in here, buddy.
Let's take our mask off, and I went back home,
I'm gonna take you home.
tired and refreshed. It was such a simple activity that was taxing to my body, but also nourishing for the soul.
You're a keeper.
And it was nice to be able to forget about everything for one evening.
All right.
So, if you're ever feeling depressed, go for a run. You realize that your physical health is way worse than your mental health.